Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well and having a lovely weekend. Today's video is all about jumper dresses. And I don't know about you guys, but I just love a jumper dress this time of year. It's such an easy option. They're so comfortable and warm and cozy and just fab for this time of year. So, with that in mind, I have been looking online and I've picked out some of my favourite jumper dresses that are about at the moment to sort of hopefully give you guys a little bit of inspiration as to how I would wear them, how I would style them, and yeah, just a little selection of my favourite. Just so you know, I did order quite a few more. I've got 12 that I'm going to show you today, but I did order about 20 something, but these were like the top 12 that made the cut for this video. So if you did want to see the ones that didn't make the cut, then I might do some sort of like Instagram story or something like that over on my Instagram of, yeah, the ones that didn't quite make it, because some of them are still really lovely, but there was just a few things that weren't quite right for me. So I will put that on my Instagram. I'll put my Instagram name up here, and if you do want to see that, then yeah, come over and follow me there, and that'll be up in the next few days at some point. But yeah, I'm going to get going with the haul. All of the jumpers will be linked below in the description box, and I will make sure I put the sizes that I ordered next to each item, because I know a lot of you like to know that for relevance. So yeah, let's get going with the video. Okay, so first up, if you saw my H&M haul a couple of weeks ago, then you will recognise this jumper dress from that haul. And I say jumper dress, but it is actually a jumper. Well, that's what it's called online. It's just called a long line jumper, I think. But when I spotted it on the model, I saw it looked quite long on her, and I thought, do you know what, that might just work as a jumper dress, because I feel like sometimes they can come up a little bit too long and I quite like them to sit on the thigh. So I thought I'll give it a go, and I sized up in this one. I got it in a size medium just to really kind of make sure that it was that little bit longer, and it is the perfect length for me. I am 5'6", and yeah, it's perfect. It skims the thigh really well, it's not too short. If you are any taller, then I feel like this might be a little bit too short to wear as a jumper dress, but it is also a great option to just wear as a jumper. I have worn it a few times tucked into leather trousers actually, and it looked really nice that way as well. The fabric is so soft, it just feels really lovely. I've actually worn it quite a few times already, and I did actually put a picture on my Instagram as well. I'll pop it in here if I've got it. But yeah, I popped a picture on my Instagram of me wearing it, and loads of you said how much you loved it. So yeah, I thought I would make that my first jumper dress of choice in this video. It's a bargain as well. I think it was either 20 or 25 pounds, so very reasonable. And like I said, I got this one in a size medium. Okay, so I've just popped this one on with black boots, a black bag and a black hat as well. And I think it works really well with the grey and the black together. I also think it's a great length, and it works well with over the knee boots because it just skims them ever so slightly, showing a little bit of thigh, and at the back it's slightly longer as well, so it just dips down nice and flattering and not too short if you are my height or shorter. But alternatively, if you are slightly taller, then it also looks great over the top of jeans or leather look leggings with some little ankle boots as well. So yeah, I think this one works really well both ways. Okay, next up, and moving on to a very autumnal colour, as I always like to say when I feature anything in this sort of burnt orange rust colour, very autumnal. And actually, when I was trying this dress on, I was just like, oh yeah, that is a blooming good jumper dress. It fits like a glove. I got this one in a size 4 because I really wanted it to be nice and fitted, and it is perfect. It's a perfect size for me. It fits really well. The material, again, is really soft, not itchy at all. For me, this colour is just such an amazing colour this time of year. And I really like the fact that this could be worn with little ankle boots or with over the knee boots sort of pulled up underneath it. I think that would look really great as well. And I would probably style this with a big chunky scarf, maybe some grey boots, and yeah, just pull in all those autumnal colours. Okay, so as I mentioned before, this one works really well on its own. I've got it on now with some simple black ankle boots, and it just makes it really nice, really simple, but it also looks really lovely with a nice chunky scarf and some grey over the knee boots tucked underneath, just to give you that extra layer of warmth and just to style it up a little bit more. Okay, moving on to some stripes, and I wasn't entirely sold on this when I spotted it online. I was a bit unsure about the mustard yellow running through it. I sort of wished it didn't have the yellow, but then when it arrived and I tried it on, I loved it. I felt like it was a fantastic shape. This also comes in like a burgundy option as well, which has sort of got burgundy colours running through, and then instead of the yellow it was a blue as well, which again I kind of loved both of them, but without the blue and the yellow. I really wanted one of them to not have that kind of primary colour in there. But having said that, I do think this is a beautiful dress, and I do think the burgundy one is gorgeous as well. I just was drawn towards this a little bit more because it was slightly more muted, and I like to play it a little bit more safe with my colours this time of year. But yeah, really lovely, fab shape, not itchy at all, and another lovely jumper dress. Okay, so I've teamed this one up with some black leather ankle boots and this little crossbody bag because this has got some sort of lilac-y grey tones in it that worked really well with the lilac-y grey tones in the dress and pull it together quite nicely. I've rolled the sleeves up as well because I quite like the look of it like this, makes it slightly more casual. And I also feel like we've been trained into thinking that horizontal stripes are really unflattering, but actually in a dress like this I feel like they can be really flattering because they sort of pull you in at your waist and then just pull out at your hips as well and just give a really nice shape. Okay, this next one is similar-ish to the autumnal one that I showed you before, but it isn't a completely different fabric. This is more of a heavy sort of not quite so knitted fabric. I'll try and insert like a little clip of the fabric so you can see how it is up close, but it's very stretchy and slightly more dressy as well. I feel like this one would look really great dressed up on a night out with a red lipstick, your hair up, and kind of just worn, yeah, really dressed up. Or alternatively, it would also be great during the day as well, with layered up with maybe a fur gilet or a blazer or a jacket, and worn both ways. Okay, so as you can see, this one is really fitted, and I love the fact that it's got these little slits here on the arm that sort of just sit over your hand, and just give a really lovely little shape and a nice long sleeve. I've just popped it on with these black leather ankle boots just to dress it down a little bit, but obviously you could wear it with some black stilettos or something a little higher to sort of dress it up a little bit more for the evening. And then this teddy coat works really well over the top for day wear to keep it a little bit more casual and a bit more chilled, and also give you a bit of warmth. And I actually ordered this coat for a coats and jackets video that I have coming next Sunday, so keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Okay, next up is a slightly more casual one, and I actually tried this on last night. I already had my slippers on and I popped it on with my slippers, and I was just like, well, even if this isn't worn out, this is such a great like loungewear piece to be worn at home with slippers and just so cozy and comfortable. And it just made me think that was just, it had to go in this video, just the pure comfort factor. But having said that, I do also think it would look lovely dressed up with a belt in the middle, with some over-the-knee boots underneath, with scarves over the top, with jackets, with blazers. I do think it would look lovely dressed up as well, but I also think it is so comfortable and would be perfect for travelling in. I always want to be in something comfortable but not jeans, and not really leggings either. I don't really want to look like I've just come out the gym. So I feel like these are a really good comfort option. Okay, sticking with the grey because I do love a bit of grey, but this one is a slightly more dark sort of charcoal grey, and obviously it has got a roll neck as well, but it is also in a really soft, comfortable fabric. Really similar to the first one I showed you actually. The fabrics feel very similar, very soft. I just loved the dark charcoal tones of this one and thought it would look really great teamed with a black blazer, some black ankle boots, you know, maybe flat boots, kind of keeping it quite casual, maybe a hair in a little top knot, and just looking really simple but really chic. And again, as I mentioned for the previous one, this would be fantastic for travelling in as well. It's super comfy, it feels just like you're just cozy all over, and I just love being cozy all over. So I've just teamed this one up with some black ankle boots and a black blazer, just keeping it really simple, really chic and really stylish. It feels so comfortable on, literally I do not want to take this one off. It just feels amazing. But also you could knit a little waist belt on there as well and sort of pull it in at the waist if you wanted to accentuate your waist a little bit more and give it a bit more of a shape. Okay, so this next one isn't really the best fit on me, but I wanted to show it to you anyway because I ordered a few like this with a black v-neck because I love the idea of just a black v-neck simple midi jumper dress. But I decided that this was the best option for this sort of style because the fabric on this is lovely. It feels really good quality. It's really soft but really got a good bit of weight to it as well and a good bit of stretch to it. Like I said, it is slightly too big for me, even though it's an extra small, it's a little bit big, so I'd probably kind of pull the little bottom bit up and have it sitting a little bit like that, kind of hitched up a little bit so it looks a little bit more flattering. Otherwise, if you pull it long, it gives you quite a wide waist, doesn't it? As I mentioned before, this one is a little bit too big for me, so I've just popped it on with this tortoiseshell belt just to bring it in a little bit at the waist and also add a little bit of something with the nice chunky buckle as well. I don't mind it being too big actually. I quite like the fact that it sits off one shoulder slightly, makes it a little bit baggy, a little bit nice, and I like the fact that the sleeves come down quite long as well. But I would definitely recommend sizing down in this one. If you want it slightly more fitted, then yeah, definitely size down in this one. Okay, this next one I wasn't sure whether to feature or not, because in fact it's actually glowing on the camera. It literally looks like it's a fluorescent orange. It's not quite that bright in real life, but I love this colour in the summer. If you watched a lot of my videos in the summer, you will know that I was a huge fan of this sort of orangey red. And so when I spotted this jumper dress, I thought, well, I'm going to have to order that and sort of see what it's like. But I mean, I tried it on and it fits really well. It's a really lovely shape. I actually got this one at a size 4, but it's quite oversized, so I would size down if you do go for this one. But I don't know how I'm going to style this one. It's a little bit of a mystery. I don't know whether I'd wear it with over-the-knee boots. Although no, you couldn't, could you? Because you couldn't really wear it with grey, but you couldn't wear it with black either, because you'd look like Mrs. Christmas if you wore this with black over-the-knee boots, wouldn't you? You'd look like a little sexy Santa. Well, maybe not a sexy Santa, maybe just a Santa. So as I usually do with anything else I own in this colour, I have teamed it with a matching lipstick. Well, actually it's not matching exactly, but it's close enough. And I love the colour of it. I feel like it's a really perfect sort of festive colour for, I was going to say this time of year, but it's really next month, isn't it? It's a little bit early to be talking Christmas. But yeah, it's just a beautiful festive sort of colour. And I have actually teamed it with some black suede ankle boots, and I feel like it works really well with them. By the way, please excuse the light, it's getting dark so early now, and it's 4:30 and it literally looks like about 8 o'clock at night. So sorry if the light looks a little bit dim, that is why. Okay, so this next one was a little bit of a risk when I ordered it as to whether or not it would be long enough to wear as a jumper dress, because again, this was advertised as a jumper, but I just loved the idea of wearing it as a jumper dress because it's really thick, really good quality, and just, yeah, loved the look of it online and thought, do you know what, I'm going to try it as a jumper dress. But unfortunately, on its own, it couldn't be worn as a jumper dress. As I found out when I tried it on last night, this slit sort of came up to about here, and I thought, yeah, we won't be wearing that without anything underneath it. But then I thought, how gorgeous would this look with like a black lacy slip underneath it? So sort of mixing your textures of a bit of lace and then the chunky knit, maybe with some black ankle boots, or maybe over the knee boots, or would that be a little bit too much? Yeah, maybe ankle boots. But I just thought it would look gorgeous, maybe with a black blazer over your shoulders as well, and kind of really styling it up. So hopefully it will work with all those ideas that I've got going around in my head. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I just thought it was a really lovely, thick, chunky jumper dress, and yeah, just liked it. I just liked it. Okay, so I had my doubts, but now I've got it on. I love this outfit. In fact, I'd probably go as far as to say it might be my favourite one yet. First of all, the mango blazer just makes anything look fab anyway. I feel like it's probably one of the best buys of the year, this blazer. It's just goes with everything. But yeah, love the way it's got a little slit up here and it shows that little bit of lace underneath. And it shows kind of just an inch of leg, but yet it's still sexy, even though you're only showing that much flesh. It kind of still looks quite, yeah, quite sexy, quite dressed up. But just a little bit of leg on show. Yeah, love it with the lace slip underneath. I think that works as I had in my head that it was going to, so that is good. Yeah, beautiful dress. In fact, let me just take the blazer off so you can see what it looks like underneath. But yeah, it works really well without the blazer as well. It's a really lovely shape and really cozy. Obviously, if you haven't got a black lace slip like this, then you could wear it with a long vest underneath it, or any sort of dress really underneath it, or even a skirt. But I will link this one below if you are looking for one to sort of layer up with. Okay, moving on to something a little bit more dressy and a little bit more evening wear. And actually, if I'd spotted this in a shop, then I probably wouldn't have got it for this video, because I wouldn't really have said this was a jumper dress, but it was called a fine knit dress online, so I thought, well, if it's knit, it's jumper, so it's going in the video. And I ordered it because I just thought it was a really gorgeous evening take on a jumper dress for a night out, especially for this season as it is coming up to Christmas and there will be a lot of events and parties that I'm sure a lot of you will be going to. It sits so nicely up around the kind of arms and shoulders, a really lovely shape, and just really sexy but without being revealing at all. The only thing I would say is that it flares out a little bit at the bottom, which I couldn't decide last night whether or not I liked it or not, but I thought I was trying it on with greasy hair and no makeup, and I thought I did look a little bit like a witch, you know. I was thinking, like, this is like a Halloween costume. It's like all flaring out like a Halloween, literally like a witch costume. Having said that, I do still love it, and I did still think it was nice enough to make the cut for this video. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this or if you think it's a little bit too Halloween-esque. Okay, so I've just got two more to show you, and first up is this beautiful, chunky, autumnal, well, actually it's not quite as autumnal as this one, is it? But still sort of autumnal, burnt orange jumper dress. And again, the fabric of this one is just perfect. It's really soft, really comfortable, really heavy, and feels like it would keep you very, very warm. Especially the fact that it is nice and oversized, so you could definitely layer up underneath it as well. You could wear sort of a long vest or even a long sleeve top and some shorts underneath it and keep yourself very snug, but have this hiding everything and just keeping you nice and warm and cozy over the top. Okay, so I've just popped this one on with a waist belt just to sort of pull it in a little bit and give it a little bit more shape, because like I said, it is very oversized and quite long, but I'm not really sure if this is the right waist belt for it. I think the black against the orange might look a little bit harsh, so I might try and team it with something a little bit softer. But you can kind of see the shape of it quite well and how it sort of sits with a belt. And then if I take it off, and then this is how it looks without the belt, and actually I think I might prefer it without the belt because it just looks a bit more chilled and just a bit more wearable, and a bit more casual as well. So yeah, I think I prefer it like this, but as I said, I would rather it be like that much shorter, just a tiny bit, so you can see like an inch of leg. But if you are taller than me, then this will probably be the perfect length for you. Okay, and last but not least, the most expensive of them all, but also one of the most beautiful of them all, is this gorgeous studded knitted mini dress. And I just had to order this because I thought it looked beautiful online, and when it arrived I was not disappointed. The quality of it is gorgeous. It feels so soft and lovely, and it fits like an absolute glove. It's a really flattering shape. I love all this studded detail on the arms, down the sleeves, and then this bit across the middle really sort of nips you in just at your waist and just gives a really flattering shape. So yes, it is definitely the most expensive of all of them, but it is also a very beautiful dress, so I just had to feature it. And I just thought, with party season coming up next month, Christmas nights out, events, I thought this would be a really fabulous piece, and yeah, just a really beautiful dressy jumper dress. So finishing on a very high note, love it. Okay, so I know it wasn't the cheapest, but the quality of this dress is so beautiful and it feels so lovely to wear. I love the way this bit here nips you in at the perfect place and really accentuates your waist and gives a lovely shape. The fabric feels gorgeous, and I love all these studs down the sleeve and across the shoulders, and I feel like it almost looks like a high-end piece as well. It's very good quality. So if you are looking to spend a little bit more money on a special dress for this time of year, then I highly recommend this. Okay, so that is all 12 of the jumper dresses. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a little bit of inspiration as to how you can style up these different types of jumper dress, and how wearable a lot of them can be, dressed up or dressed down. If you did enjoy the video, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. And as I mentioned before, I will be doing like a mini haul over on my Instagram of the jumper dresses that didn't quite make the cut for this video. So if you do want to see that, then come and follow me over on there. I'll pop it somewhere up there. But yeah, thank you for watching. Do comment below and let me know what your favourite jumper dress was. I would love to know any feedback you have. And all of them will be in the description box along with the sizes that I ordered. So if you do want to order any of them, then I will pop them all in order of how I tried them on. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Goodbye!